So good morning everyone. So the topic for the today class in quantitative aptitude discussion is time and work. So time and work is very important concept when we talk about quantitative aptitude. In every exam, definitely you can expect problems on time and work. Doesn't matter how difficult is the exam or how easy is the exam. So when we talk about time and work concept here, we try to find the relation between the work and the time what is being taken to complete the work. So definitely, if you have more work, so you will take more time to complete it. Fine, and working on the relation between time, work, and the number of people who are doing the work. How we establish this relation, that I can explain you with an example. Like suppose there's a person called A, and suppose A can do the work in 6 days, and there's another person called B, and B can do the same work in 12 days. Suppose there are two persons are there, A and B. So there are two persons are there, A and B, and A can do a work in 6 days, and the same work if it given to B, B can do the same work in 12 days. So out of A and B, if I ask you who is more efficient, so definitely you'll give the answer called A, because A can do the work in less number of days. So same work is there, work is same, and both A and B are doing this work. So in case if both A and B are doing the same work and A is completing the work in less number of days, so automatically A is more efficient than B. So this relationship, this mathematical relationship between the number of days and the work, we try to establish with many examples. Here, if the question comes that if A and B will work together, then in number of days the work will get over. So how to find that relationship? So many ways you can solve it. You can either take an LCM of the 6 and 12. Let define the work as an LCM of 6 and 12. So the LCM 6 and 12 means 12 unit. Let the work is 12 unit. So if the work is 12 unit and A can do this work in 6 days, so it means every day the A is doing 2 unit of work. It means every day the A is doing 2 unit of work. And if the total work is 12 unit and B can do this work in 12 days, it means every day the B can do 1 unit of work. So it means every day the B can do 1 unit of work. So A can do the work in 6 days, B can do the work in 12 days. So if A and B will come to do the work, so here what I did, I defined the work as an LCM of 6 and 12. So whatever the number of days A took to do the work, whatever the number of days B took to do the work, I assume the work to be an LCM of that A and B. And here in this case I got the work as 12 units. So if the work is 12 units, it means A can complete this work in 2 days, and it like if the work is 12 units and if A is taking 6 days to do the work, it means A is doing 2 units of work every day. And if the total work is 12 units and B is taking 12 days to do the work, it means every day the B is doing 1 unit of work. It means in one day, it means in one day, it means in one day how much amount of work A and B are doing. It means in one day how much amount of work A and B are doing. It means in one day how much amount of work A and B are doing. It means in one day they are doing 3 unit of work. So so 12 unit of work will be done in how many days? So 12 unit of work will be done in 4 days. Very simple. So you can understand, you can solve the question like this. No? So whenever the values are given, you can simply formulate the total work as an LCM of the number of days given, and with that you can solve the question very easily. Like you can see this question number one. So here, suppose there's a, if you see this question number one, A can do the work in 6 days. A can do the work in 6 days. B can do the work in 12 days. A can do the work in 6 days. A can do the work in 6 days. B can do the work in 12 days. And C can do the work in 24 days. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to define the work as an LCM of 6, 12, and 24. So let the work is 24 units. So A in one day do 4 units of work, B in one day do 2 units of work, and C in one day do 1 unit of work. So when A, B, and C will work together, so then if when A, B, and C will work together, then in one day they will do 7 units of work. Then in one day they will do 7 unit of work. So in one day they did 7 unit of work. So 24 unit of work, what A, B, and C will do, they will do it 24 by 7 days. 24 by 7 days means 3 by 7 days. You can get the answer very easily. Like this way, if you try to solve the problem. So here, although we got the answer, this is the one way how you can get the answer. You can solve this problem in many other ways to understand the concept of time and work. If you are trying to understand the concept of time and work, you can spend more time doing this problem. So if A can do the work in 6 days, then in one day, how much work A can do? So then in one day, A can do 1/6 part of work. If B can do the work in 12 days, it means in one day how much work B can do. Then if B can do the work in 12 days, it means every day the B would do 1/12 part of work. So if A can do the work in 6 days, it means every day A is doing 1/6 part of work. And if B can complete the work in 12 days, it means B is doing 1/12 part of work. So if A and B will work together, if A and B will work together in one day, how much work, portion of work, what A and B will do? So in one day, portion of work, what A and B will do, portion of work, what A and B will do, the portion of work, what A and B will do, that will be equal to 1/6 plus 1/12. So you can take an LCM of 6 and 12. So the LCM of 6 and 12 is 12. So you will get 2 plus 1. So you will get 3/12. 3/12 or 1/4. So you will get 3/12 or 1/4. So so here, if you are trying to solve this question, here if A can do the work in 6 days and B can do the work in 12 days, then in one day A can do 1/6 part of work. In one day the B can do 1/12 part of work. So then when A and B are working together, then in one day they can do 1/6 plus 1/12. That means 3/12 part of work they can do in one day. It means 1/4 part of work they'll do in one day. So if 1/4 part of work they do in one day, it means the total in 4 days they will complete the work. So here, when we are understanding this concept, you can understand in this way that if A can do the work in 6 days, it means that every day the A is doing 1/6 part of work. So every day the A will do 1/6 part of work. 1/6 part means 16.67%. Already I have taught you percentage. So I hope you remember. So if B can do the work, if B can do the work in 12 days, it means every day the B is doing 1/12 part. 1/12 part means 8.33% of work. So when you talk about A and B, when you are talking about A and B, so in one day A is doing 16.67% of work. In one day the B is doing 8.33% of work. So in one day, how much work A and B are doing together? So in one day, how much percentage of work A and B are doing together? They are doing 25% of work together. 25% of work A and B are doing together. So 100% of work they will do in 4 days. So there are many ways are there you can understand this percentage way. You can solve the question possibly if you are good with the remembering these values. Here, if A can do the work in 6 days, so it means every day A is doing 1 by 6 part of work. So it means every day A will do 1 by 6 part of work. First day A will do 1 by 6 part of work. Second day A will do 1 by 6 part of work. So total 2 by 6 part of work is done. Third day again A will do 1 by 6 part of work. So the total 3 by 6 part of work is done. Fourth day again they will do 1 by 6 part of work. It means 4 by 6 part of work is done. Fifth day again they will do 1 by 6 part of work. It means total 5 by 6 part of work is done. So on sixth day total 6 by 6 part of work is done. Means complete work is done. So when we talk about A and B, when we are talking about A and B, so here when we see A and B, so two persons are doing work A and B, and every day A is doing a 1 by 6 part of work. 1 by 6 part of work means 16.67% of work every day A is doing, and 8.33% of work every day B is doing. So when we talk about the two-person A and B, how much portion of work A is doing, how much portion of work B is doing. So every day A is gonna do 1 by 6 part of work, and every day B is doing 1 by 12 part of work. We assume that this remain constant. So every day they do in this manner, and ultimately they'll finish the work in 4 days. The same question you could have done, like, in how many days they would have completed the work. So 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by 6. This is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12 plus 1 by 24. You can take LCM of 24. This is 4 plus 2 plus 1. So it means every day they will do 7 by 20 part of 24 part of work. So every day if they'll do 7 by 24 part of work, it means total work they will do in 24 by 7 days. Total work they will do in 24 by 7 days, or 3 by 7 days. Clear everyone? Any doubt, any question? Here the shortcut formula, when you get the shortcut formula, two-person, if A can do the work in A days and B can do the work in B days, so the in one day how much work they'll do together? In one day, portion of work they'll do together. Portion of work they will do together. One day, how much is the portion of work they will do together? The portion of work they will do together, that will be equal to 1 by A plus 1 by B. Understand, this is A plus B by AB part. So the total work will be done in, so the total work will be done in AB by A plus. You can use the direct formula. If three persons are there, you can use the formula ABC by AB plus you can apply this shortcut formula whenever required. If the question is very easy, no need to spend time in steps. You can do it very fast. You can do it very fast without spending time in steps. Okay, like, so you don't have to do it. So here if you see A and B can together do the work in A and B can together do the work in 6 days, and A alone can do in 9 days. How many days B can do the work? So again the same thing. So I told you, if A can do the work in 8 days, B can do the work in B days, then the number of days they can do together is AB by A plus B. And this is given to you as 6. And A is given 9. So 9B by A plus B. You can solve, you'll get the answer as 18 days. Here everyone, you can solve, you'll get the answer 18 days. This is 2 this is 3 you will get 3B is equal to This is 3, this is 3b is equal to 18 plus 2. B is equal to 18. You can solve this question very easily. What is mentioned in this question that A can do the work in 9 days, A can do the work in 9 days, and you have to find the number of days B can do the work. And when they're working together, then the work will get complete in 6 days. Find the value of B. 1 by B is 1 by 6 minus 1 by. So you get 1 by 18. So B in 1 day will do 1 by 18 part of it. So the total work B will complete in 18 days. So you can solve by any ways, you will get the same answer. So A can do the work in 9 days. Let B can do the work in B days. So define the work as an LCM of 9 and B. So let the work is 9B unit. Every day A is doing B unit of work. Every day B is doing 9 unit of work. So in 1 day A and B will do B plus 9 unit of work. 1 day A and B will do B plus 9 unit of work, and total work they're completing in 6 days. So in 6 days they will do 6 into B plus 9 unit. So, so in 6 days they will do 6 into B plus 9 unit, which is the total work. What is your total work? Total work is 9. Solve this equation, you will get this answer. So, so the different ways you can solve the question, whatever ways you do, you will get the same answer only. So directly you can apply AB by A plus B. So if A can do the work in A days, B can do the work in B days. So when they'll work together, then the work will be completed in AB by A plus B days. You can do it directly. So it all depends on you how you can formulate the problem. You can understand A can do the work in 9 days. It means in 1 day A is doing 1 by 9 part of work. 1 by 9 part of work means 11.11% of work. A and B get together do the work in 6 days. It means every day they are together doing 1 by 6 part of work. 1 by 6 means 16.67% of work they are doing together. So you can understand. So A and B together they are doing 16.67% of work. A is doing 11.11% of work. So how much percentage of work B is doing? That will be 5.55% of work what B is doing every day. 5.55% of is nothing but 1 by 18. So 1 by 18 part of work B is doing every day. So the total work the B can do in 18 days. So I told you 4 to 5 ways to get the answer for the same problem. Again, it depends on you when you read the problem, how you want to solve the problem to get the answer. Anyone, any doubt? Whichever way you like, you can solve it, you get the answer. This question, you see, this is 6b plus 54 is 9b, so 3b is 54, so b is 8. Now, if you see the second question, read the second question. Everyone try to solve this question number second. So second question, A and B can finish a piece of work in 30 days. B and C can do in 40 days. A and C can do in 60 days. How long will it take three of them to complete the work together? So question number two, if we see question number two. So A and B. So 1 by A plus 1 by B. So A and B can complete the work in 30 days. A and B can complete the work in 30 days. B and C in 40 days. So B and C in 40 days. A and B in 30 days. B and C in 40 days. A and C in 60 days. A and C in 60 days. Okay, so what I can do, I can simply add. So when all of them will work together to find that, simply add the equation 1, 2, and 3. So you can say 2 by A plus 2 by B plus 2 by C is 1 by 30 plus 1 by 40 plus 1 by 60. You can say 2 by 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C. Take LCM, then you get 120. This is 4 plus 3 plus 2. You can get 2 into 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is 9 by 120 is 3 by 40. You can say 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is 3 by 80. So you can say 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is 3 by 80. So when they'll work together, then in one day they will do 3 by 80 part of work. Means total work will be done in 80 by 3 days. 80 by 3 days means 26. 26 2 by 3 days. This is the one way to get the answer. You can find the other ways how you can solve the question in other way also. Possibly you can get the answer. You can spend time to understand. So I told you all the possible ways to get the answer. So A and B, when they're working together, they're doing the work in 30 days. They're doing together in 30 days. Then B and C, when they're working together, they're doing the work in 40 days. And A and C, when they're working together, they're doing in 60 days. When they're doing together, they're doing in 60 days. They find the work as an LCM. So let the work is 120 unit. One day A is doing 4 unit of work. In one day, B and C are doing 3 unit of work. In one day, A and C are doing 2 unit of work. So it means 2A plus 2B plus 2C. Every day they are doing 9 unit of work. It means 2A plus 2B plus 2C. Every day they are doing 9 unit of work. So if every day they do 9 unit of work, so total work is how many days? Is 120. So 120 unit of work will be done in how many days? That will be 120 by 9 days. So 120 by 9 days means 40 by 3 days. In 40 by 3 days, 2A plus 2B plus 2C will complete the work. But in reality, I don't have 2A plus 2B plus 2C. In reality, I have A plus B plus C. So if 2A plus 2B plus 2C are doing the work in 40 by 3 days, then A plus B plus C will do the same work in 80 by 3 days. It means 26 2 by 3 days. So whichever way you want to solve, you can solve. Ultimately, you will get the same answer. Anyone, any doubt, any question? This question comes in many exams. This is one of the favorite question because this tend to be complicated problem. So many people consider this to be complicated problem. Many people get confused here also. If I'm saying that 2A plus 2B plus 2C, they're doing the work in 40 by 3 days. So you need to understand. Imagine me and my brother are doing the work in 4 days, and we both are equally efficient. If I will only come, then automatically the same work I will take 8 days to complete. So that is self-explanatory. We can easily understand that. So whenever we define the work here, So here we don't define work in the term of joule or calorie. So here we are defining work in the term of men in 2 days. So work is defined as how many men are doing how much part of work. That way we define the work in this scenario. So you get lot of problems like this if you see question number 16 and all. So whenever you see such kind of problem, we are defining work as work is equal to men in 2 days, means how many men are doing the work in how many days. So that is the definition of work here. So if three men are taking 26 days to do the work, it means how much is the work? Work is 3 into 26 men day. If five women are taking 26 days to do the work, then how much is the work? Work is equal to 5 into 26 women day. So here that way we'll define the work, and when we solve the problem, we, we, we go ahead using the same logic. So work in the term of men is 3 into 26 men day, and work when I'm defining in the term of women, then work is equal to 5 into 26 women day. So now if I'm talking about here, how long will the 7 men and 10 women take to do the same work? So that is the question. Here we can understand that if I talk in the term of, so sorry for disturbance. So if I talk here the work, then in the term of efficiency, then 3 men is equal to 5 women. So if I talk in the term of efficiency, then 3 men is equal to 5 women. So here you can see the problem it is given. In the problem it is given 7 men and 10 women. So when we are solving the problem, either solve the problem in the term of men or either solve the problem in the term of women. So in term of efficiency, 3 men is equal to 5 women. So if I talk about 10 women, so in the term of efficiency, so 10 women will be equal to 6 men. So in term of efficiency, so the work what the 10 women can do, the same work 6 men can do in same number of days. So I cannot solve the problem by taking both the variable together. So either I'll do in the term of men or either I'll do the problem in the term of women, because in term of men I know how much is my work, and in term of women I know how much is my work. So anyway you can solve the problem. So either you can consider the relationship as an relationship of the efficiency. So 10 women will be equal to of 6 men, or you can talk in the term of men. If you are talking in the term of men, so 3 men is equal to 5 women. So 7 men will be equal to how much? 35 by 3 women. So you can talk in their efficiency relationship. So and then you can solve the problem. Here, if I define the work in the term of men, so here how much time? 7 men and 10 women will take to do the work. So how much time they will take to do the work? So if I talk in the term of men, if I talk in the term of men, so 7 men. If I can write as 30 by 3 women, plus I have 10 women, and suppose they're taking 3 days to complete the work. So in term of women, the work is 5 into 26 women day. Okay, and similarly, if I do in the term of men, then 10 women is equal to 6 men, and then in term of men, the work is 3 into 26 men day. So this is 13 B equal to 3 into 26. So the value of D I get is 16. So now the same thing if I solve here, this is the 65 by 3 B 5 into 26. I know the table of 30. 30 35 this get cancelled. The value of D I'll get is 60. Anyway, we'll solve the problem, we'll get the same answer value. So whenever we define the work here, we define the work either in the term of men or either we define the work in the term of women. So work is equal to men into days or women into days means work is equal to how many people are doing work and how many days they are taking to do the work. So that way we'll define the work. So work is equal to men into days. Okay. And here if I take men into days by work, we'll get the value which is constant. Get this value which is constant. So I can say M1 D1 by W1 will be equal to M2 D2 by W2. So we'll use this relationship to solve many problems on aptitude. So we get when we are solving problem, we may get a lot of problem which can be solved very easily by using this concept. You can see this question number 17. You can see this question number 17. So eight men. So eight men. So M1 is eight men and work is 80 hectare. So yesterday I told you 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 meters square. One 1 hectare is equal to 100 hours. 1 hour is equal to 100 meters square. Remember this yesterday. But today we don't require this relationship, but simply kind of revision. So if eight men can be 80 hectare of land in 24 days. So I get M1, D1, W1, then then 36 men, then 36 men can reap how many hectare of land in 30 days. That is the problem. So you can solve this problem. M1 D1 by W1 is equal to M2 D2 by W2. So M1 is 8, D1 is 24, W1 is 80, M2 is 36, D2 is 30, W2 we have to determine. So this is 1 by 10, this is 1 by 10 and then this will go, this is 2za, this is 3za, this is 15za. So the value of W2 is 4. You can solve this problem like this way. So if you getting the problem like this, you can use the same relationship here. This relationship is very important to get the problem. You can see this question number 20. If 15 men can do a piece of work in 12 days, working 8 hours a day, so means 15 men they work for 96 hours. So 12 days they're working every day, they're working 8 hours, so means they have worked for 96 hours. So 15 men work for 96 hours, so that much is the work. Okay, that much is the work what they're doing. So work is about the. So how many are needed to work for 1 by 2 times. So now the work is not same. The work is 4 1 by 2. 4 1 by 2 means what? 9 by 2 times 4.5 times 2. 4 4 1 by 2. The previous one for 30 days working 6 hours a day. So whenever I'm defining the work, I say work is equal to men into days. So in men doesn't mean I'm talking about some specific gender. Days doesn't mean I'm talking about a unit of time in hour or days, or not hour, a unit of time in days. Here, days here means the time what you require to do the work. Men here means the unit you are doing the work. So nowhere we are solving the problem on the basis of any specific gender or in the basis of any specific unit. So you can simply cancel this and this. So this and this will get cancelled. Then okay, I can say this is 15 2 this is then 2 this is 6 this 6 cancel. Okay, so now put this 2 and this will be 4. So the men will be 36. 9 4 are 36. Everything will get cancelled. So same formula you can, by using the same formula you can solve the question. So so the formula is, whenever we talk about the relation, so the formula is M1 D1 by W1 is equal to M2 D2 by W2. So using that relation, so whenever you get the problem, you can simply solve them. So here you can see Mr. X has to build a 100-meter long wall. Mr. X has to build a 1,000-meter long wall in 50 days. That's a wall. Great Wall of China. So Mr. X has to build a 1,000-meter long wall in 50 days. So his objective was to make 1,000-meter long wall. His objective was to make 1,000-meter long wall in 50 days. So in 50 days he want to make 1,000-meter long wall. He employed 56 men for this. So he thought 56 men are enough to get the answer for this. But at the end of 27 days, so that was his target. He thought 56 men, they will work for 50 days and they will make 1,000-meter long wall. That was the plan of Mr. X. Okay, so he employs 56 men, but at the end of 27 days, so he employs 56 men. What he observed after 27 days, that that how much work is done. So what he observed after 27 days, that is the total work which is done. So after 27 days, he observed that only 448-meter long wall is being made. Now you can understand he has left with only 23 days. Okay, and he has to construct 552-meter long wall. Okay, so you can understand very easily. In 27 days, these people only made 448-meter of wall. So these people, with their current efficiency, they cannot suddenly will make more work. They can't do more work in less number of days with their current efficiency. That is not possible here. So this person has to employ more people. Suppose he employ X more person, then only we can get the objective. So the question is that what is the value of this X of this? So same thing will solve the problem by the same logic. So M1 is 56, M1 D1 is 27. Define divide by W1 is 448. Now M1 is 56 plus X into D2 is 23 divided by 552. So that is the work now. So here, what is the question? How many more means they asking you to find the value of this X? What is the value of X? That is what they're expecting us to find. So if you see 56 table, uh, 8. So 56 table, if you see 56 5 is 280. 56 6 will be 336. 56 7 56 sevens will be 392. 56 eights are 48, 4 carry 448. 56 eights are 56 eights are 56 eights are will be 448. 56 eights are will be 448. Now 8 8 6 are 48. 8 6 are 48. This is 72. 8 9s are 72. So you'll get 69. Now you can cancel. This is 23 threes are. So you can see 27 threes are is 81. 81 is equal to 56 plus x. So you can find the value of x. X is equal to 81 minus 56. So you will get 25 men. So he should employ 25 men more so that the work can be completed in required amount of time. So the same formula, with the same formula, you can solve the problem very easily. So the formula what you need to use is M1 D1 by W1 is equal to M2 D2 by W2, and you will get the answer very easily. So, like if you see this question number 24, if 8 men and 6 boys can dig a well in 2 days, so if 8 men, so define the work. So 8 men and 6 boys can do the work in 2 days. So M1 into D1 is equal to W1. So you can work is equal to men in 2 days. So 8 men and 6 boys are doing the work in 2 days. You can say 16M plus 12B. That is your work. So you can write this as equation 1. Okay. Then 6 men plus 2 boys can do the same work in 3 days. Same work they're doing in 3 days. 18M plus 6B. Again, that way you can define the work. So if you equate them, so 16M plus 12B is equal to 18 plus 6B. So 18M plus 6B is equal to 2M. So 6B is equal to 2M. So M is equal to 3B. So M is equal to 3B in term efficiency. So 1 man is equivalent to 3 boys. So here if I defining the work, here I'm defining the work. So I define the work. Here if I'm defining the work, 18 plus 12. So here if I'm defining the work, so work is equal to 30B. So if I'm defining the work in the term of boy, then the work is equal to 30B. So now the question is that how many days will the 5 men and 3 boys to do the work? So 5 men. So 5 men. 1 man is equal to 3 boys. So 5 men will be equal to 15 boys. 15 plus 3, 18 boys. And how many days they will take? If I'm defining the work in the term of boy as 30B. So the number of days they will take is 30 by 18 means 10 by 3 days. Number of days what they will take is 10 by 3 days. So I hope you're understanding the concept. So when we are defining the work and if we talk in the term of efficiency, so when we are talking about the work in the term of efficiency, so what matters is that if you are more efficient, automatically you will do the work in less number of days. So more is the efficiency. So automatically you will take less days to do the work. So in the first case, the example what I give you, in the first case where A and B were doing the work, if you remember, if A can do the work in 6 days, B can do the work in 12 days. So that means A was 100% more efficient than B. Okay, there A means A was 100% more efficient than B. So, so that way, in the term of efficiency, you can define the work. So here, if you see this question number 23, here if you see the problem question number 23, so A can finish the work in 12 days, and B, when working with twice its efficiency, finish the job in 9 days. So A, if you give a work to A, if you give a work to A can finish this work in 12 days. And the same work, if you give to B, if B is working twice its efficiency, then B is doing 9 days. So if B work with normal efficiency, then B will complete this work in 18 days. Simple concept. Okay, so how many days will they take to do the work? If they work for 2 days alternatively, it means first 2 days A will work, then next 2 days B will work, then A will work, then B will work, then A will work, then B will work like this. So here what I can do, I can define the work as an LCM of 12 and 18. Let the work is 36 units. So then in one day A is doing 3 units of work. In one day the B is doing 2 units of work. Then in one day if they A and B will work together, then they will do 5 units of work. In one day if A and B will work together, then they will do 5 unit of work if they will do together. Okay. So, but here they are not doing together. First 2 days A will work. That means A will do how much amount of work? 6 unit. And then 2 days B will work. So B will do 4 unit of work. Into so means in 4 days, how much work is done? 10 unit of work is done in 4 days. So 10 unit of work they have done in 4 days. So I can say then I can say 30 unit of work. So into three, they will do in how many days? 12 days. Simple. Then if I ask you 30 unit of work, they will do in how many days? They will do in 12 days. But the total work here, if you see the total work here is 36 unit. Here, if you see the total work here, so if you see the total work here, so the total work here is 36 unit. So the total work here is 36 units. So in 12 days, 30 unit of work will be done like this if you do. So this is 10, then 20, then 30. So you can understand. So 12 days is done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In 12 days, 30 unit of work is done. Then on 13th day, who will work? A will work, and A will do 3 unit of work. So total 33 unit of work is done. Then in 14 days, 14th day, we will work again. A will work. A will work for 2 days, and then B will work for 3 days. Again, the 3 unit of work will be done, and then total 36 unit of work will be done. So you can understand whenever we talk in the term of efficiency. So more is the efficiency, less is the number of days you will take to do the work. You can see this question number 4. So here two persons are there, Johnny and Tony. Johnny is 33% more efficient than Tony. You read this problem, it is given that Johnny is 33% more efficient than Tony. So if Johnny is 33% more efficient than Tony, then it means what? It means that let Johnny can do the work. Let Johnny can do the work in 100 days. 100 days. Then the same work. What this means? Then the same work Tony can do in the same work Tony can do in 133 days. I hope you understood this. Two persons are there, Johnny and Tommy. So Johnny is 33% more efficient than Tommy. So if Johnny can do the work in 100 days, then the same work Tony can do in 133 days. That is what you can understand from here. Okay. So and their hourly and his hourly wages are 20% more. So because Johnny think that he is more efficient, so Johnny want more money because Johnny knew that he will complete the work in less number of days. Because Johnny is more efficient, so Johnny can complete the work in less number of days. If you talk about wages, so you will get wage for the number of days you work. So you will not get wage for your efficiency. You will get wage for your number of days what you are working. So definitely to make sure that Johnny earn equivalent to what others are earning, what the Johnny or Johnny is more efficient. Johnny people like Johnny have lot of demand in the market. So definitely Johnny will expect more reward. So that's the reason Johnny want 20% more money than Tony. So let Tony get suppose I'm just assuming 100 rupees per day to do the work. So definitely for the same work, then for the same work, Johnny expects then for the same work, Johnny wants how much? 120 rupees per day. 20% more, right? So here I'm talking about two persons, Johnny and Tony. So here I'm talking two persons, Johnny and Tony. So two persons are there, Johnny and Tony. We have two persons, Johnny and Tony. So the number of days So Johnny, if Johnny is doing the work in 100 days, then Tony is doing the same work in 133 days. Okay, and the wage per day and the wage per day. Johnny is Tony is taking 100 rupees per day, then Johnny is taking 120 rupees per day. So the total money what they're earning. So the total money what they're earning, total wage. This is 12,000 rupees. This is 13,300 rupees. You can understand this. So then for the same work, so you can understand Johnny is more efficient. Johnny is 33% more efficient, but he's not charging the money in that proportion. Although he's 33% more efficient, so he should charge minimum that much or more than that to the other per day. Otherwise, he'll end up in get earning lesser than other. What is happening here also? So although the Johnny is more efficient, but Johnny is not charging the money per day wise in that proportion. So automatically, if you see the value or total value of money what Johnny is earning is comparatively lesser than the value of money what Tony is earning. So when Johnny is earning 12,000, you can understand that when Johnny is earning 12,000 for Johnny is earning 12,000 rupees, then Tony is earning 13,300 rupees. If I say if Johnny is earning 1 rupee, then Tony is earning 13,300 divided by 12,000 rupees. So 133 by 120 rupees. If I say here in this problem that if Johnny is paid 480 rupees for the work, if Johnny is paid 480 rupees for the work, how much Johnny will receive for the same work? So if Johnny is paid 480 rupees for the work, then Tony will get how much for the same work? That will be 133 by 120 into 480. So you can do you 133 fours up, so you get 432, 532 rupees. So here we define the work in the term of efficiency. So when we are doing the work in the term of efficiency, so how we can understand the relationship, that is something which we need to work on or which we need to keep on analyzing. So if you see this question number 7, A and B can together complete the work in 6 days. So A and together can complete the work in 6 days. If A work alone for 2 days completed one fourth of the work. So A in 2 days has completed one fourth of the work. Means A alone can complete the total work in 8 days. I hope you can understand. So one fourth or 25% of work A has completed in 2 days. So 100% of work A can complete in 8 days. So so 100% of work A can complete in 8 days. So you can find the value then. So you can find the value of B very many equations and all many things I told you. So which you can easily find the value of B. So how will you either you can talk in the term of percentage. So A in one day will do how much percent of work? 12.5%. So A can complete the work in 8 days. So every day A will do 12.5% of work. So B in one day will do how much percentage of work that we want to find. And total A and B together completing the work in 6 days means in one day how much work they do? 16.67% of work. So the percentage of work what the B can do every day that will be 4.17% of work. 4.17% of work means what? 1 by 24 part of work. You can complete the work in 24 days. Very simple. So here, so here in the question, they are not asking like in how many days the B can complete a work. So they're asking in how many days the B alone can complete the rest of the work. They're asking rest of the work. So one fourth of the work is already done. So what is the rest of the work? So three fourth of the work. So three fourth of the work B will do in how many days? 18 days. They're not asking the 100% of work, but they're actually asking three fourth of the work. What is remaining? So that will be equal to 18 days. Clear. So you can solve this problem. You can have your own way of understanding the scenario, whatever way you want, you can solve the problem. So if you like, you can do with percentage because I remember the values for percentage. For me, it will make more sense to solve the problem in the term of percentage. If I solve in the term of percentage, it will give me more sense. If you want, you can use any other terminologies to solve the problem I told you. So I told you here when we are solving the problem, here you can use your own way. So if A can do the work in A days, B can do the work in B days. So number of days they will take to complete the work, that will be AB by A plus B. So here you can use that that if A that A was doing the work in 6 days and B you want to find, and A and B was doing 8 days. A was doing the work in 8 days. A and B together were doing in 6 days. You should have used the formula AB by A plus B. So this is 8B by 8 plus B is equal to 6. And you could have got 8B is 48 plus 6B. So 2B is equal to 48. So B is equal to 24. So whichever way you like, you can solve the question. Working on that way, you can solve the problem. Working on that way. So A, whichever way you like, you can solve it. Realizing whichever way is better way to get the answer. So A can do the work in 8 days. B can do the work in letting B days. So you can define the work as an LCM of 8 and B. So in one day A will do B unit, in one day B will do 8 unit. In one day they will do B plus 8 unit of work, and they're completing the work in 6 days. So in 6 days they will do 6 into 8 plus B. That's 6 into 8 plus B. That is equal to total work called 8B. 48. So 48 plus 6B is equal to 8. So the value of B is equal to 20. I told you ways to get the same answer. Whichever way you like, you can solve it and you can try to get the answer by that way. So pipes and system, again, time and work, pipes and system, they are synonyms of each other while solving the problem. So you may get a problem on pipes and systems. Pipes and systems, like when we talk about pipes and systems, you may find a problem where there's a cistern which is connecting with pipe. So there can be inlet pipe or there can be outlet pipe. So inlet pipe, there can be outlet pipe. So if the speed at which the water is coming in through the inlet pipe, if that speed is more than the speed at which the water is going out through the outlet pipe, then somewhere in the future the cistern will get filled. But if the speed at which the water is coming in, if that is less than the speed at which the water is going out, then somewhere in the future the system will get empty. So you need to realize while working on the problem. So when we have the concept of both inlet and outlet pipe, we are actually talking about the concept of positive and negative work which are happening together. Till now, when we are solving the problem of time and work, we were really working on positive work, which is being the work done. But here we can have both positive and negative work together. So you can see a cistern is normally filled by tape in 5 hours, okay, and but suddenly leak developed in tide the full cistern in 30 hours. So with the leak, the cistern gets filled in how many hours? The cistern is normally filled by tape, so this is inlet pipe, and it can fill in 5 hours. And the leak, and but suddenly leak development, and there's a leak. Suppose leak is leak, and so it's doing negative work, and it will remove all the water in 30 hours. So you can define the work as an LCM of 5 and 30. So every hour A will do positive 6 unit of work. Every hour B will do negative 1 unit of work. But you need to understand which is dominating. You can easily understand A is dominating because A can complete the work in 5 hours and B can complete the work in 30 hours, and if they are doing positive and negative work, so every hour A is doing 20% of work, every hour B is doing 3.33% of negative work. So when they're working together, so every hour 16.67% of work will be done. 16.67% is 1 by 6 part of work will be done. The system will get filled in 6 hours. So when you see this, so when you have A and B working together, so every hour, like you can see here, 5 unit of work is done. So you can see every hour 5 unit of work is done. So 30 unit of work will be done in 6 hours. So whenever we talk about pipes and cistern problem, we may get a problem of only positive work, or we may get a problem where we can see both positive and negative work are happening together. So we need to be alert in that concept, alert in that way, and we need to see which is dominating, positive or negative. So positive and negative here means what? It means the opposite work is happening. So I'll try to put positive sign to that variable which is dominating, and I'll try to put negative sign to that variable which is less dominating, so that ultimately I should get always the answer in positive sign only. So there may be a problem where we find that negative part of work will be dominating. So you can then you accordingly we can formulate our equation and we try to get the answer for that. Okay. So that is not a big thing for us to be done. So see this, if you see this question number 12. So a system normally takes 4 hours to fill by tape. So there's a tape, so it can normally do in 4 hours. But because of leak, it takes 2 hours more. So there's a leak is there. So inlet pipe. Suppose A is the inlet pipe. So it can do the work in 4 hours. 4 hours means every hour it do 1/4 part. Means 25% of work can do every hour. Maybe the leak is the outlet, and maybe when leak is also working. So A minus B, it is taking 2 hours more, means it is taking 6 hours. Means it is instead of doing 25% of work, it is able to do 16.67% of work. So how much percentage of work B is destroying? That is 8.33% of work. The complete water then into a solve it 1/4 minus 1/b then solve this, so 1/4 minus 1/6 is equal to 1/b. Solve it to get the answer. So with this you get the value of b as 12 hours. So whichever way you like, you can solve it, you will get the answer. So ultimately in exam you need to think about which way you can get the answer faster. A in 4 hours, B suppose 3 hours. You need to understand which is dominating. Define the work as 4B. This is doing B unit, this is doing 4 unit. Every hour B minus 4 unit of work is happening, and the total work is done in 6 hours, that is equal to 4B. You can write 6B minus 24 is equal to 4B. So 2B is 24. So B is equal to 12 hours. Whichever way you want to do, you can do, but only thing you have to do it fast in exam. You see this question number 11. If the stand has 3 pipes, but you may get a problem like this also, where the parameter of time is also involved while solving the question. So system has 3 pipe A, B, and C. Pipe A and B, you can fill it in 4 and 5 hours. Pipe A and B can fill it. So the spelling mistake here in 4. So a system is 3 pipe A, B, and C. Pipe A and B can fill it in 4 and 5 hours respectively, and C can empty it in 2 hours. So a system is a beaker. System is a beaker which is connected by 3 pipes here. So 3 pipes are there which is connected in the system. So A, B, and C, A, B, and C. A and B are doing positive work, and C is doing negative work. So A can do the work in 4 hours. A can do the work in 4 hours. If you give, so the inlet pipe, two inlet pipes are there, A and B. So A can fill the cistern in 4 hours. B can fill the cistern in 5 hours. A can fill the cistern in 4 hours. B can fill the cistern in 5 hours. And C can empty all the contents from the cistern in 2 hours. And C can empty all the content from the cistern in 2 hours. So a cistern is connected with 3 pipes A, B, and C. So A can fill the cistern in 4 hours. A can fill the cistern in 4 hours. B can fill the cistern in 5 hours, and C can empty the content from the cistern in 2 hours. So with A, B, and C, you can understand which is dominating here. You can understand which is dominating here. By in this, you can understand you have two inlet pipes. You have two inlet pipes A and B. You have inlet pipe A and B, and you have outlet pipe called C. You need to understand which is dominating. Inlet pipes are dominating or outlet pipe is dominating. So the rate at which the water is coming in through inlet pipe